Salvete omnes, nomen mihi est canicus. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the DDO free-to-play experiment. It's been a little while since I've played Crixaflammus. And I've already gone through and sort of thought about what I might want to do next. More skeletal knight abilities. That's what we want. Okay. And I think I'm going to run Waterworks again. I believe, yeah, I've just done that on normal. So I'm going to go through and run that on hard. Go ahead and get my skeletal knight out. Where is he? Changed my hotkeys a little bit, so I need to get this updated. Is that? Okay, this actually needs to be here. All right, that should do it. And without much further ado, let's get started. I hope everybody is doing well. I have been concentrating on my main tune here for a little bit. What is... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Wrong button. Okay, so I've completed... Have I not talked to Guard Timber? Oh, what a waste of time. Okay. Well, this is all part of the deal.
The strong smell of sewage permeates the air around you. You hear human voices up ahead.
So anyway, I've gotten my Eldritch Knight up to level 24. And I am having a lot of fun, even though I do need to get more proficient with a larger number of quests. I've got a relatively narrow field of quests that I do, and actually kind of hoping that doing this free-to-play will help me broaden that out a little bit and kind of force me to learn quests that I'm not as familiar with. So we'll see if that plays out. One thing I did notice today, which I think is of enough import that I may do a separate video on it. This is not earth-shattering. It's not like a secret that I've discovered or anything like that, but when it comes to practically when it comes to the practicality of playing free-to-play, and again, I will try to do a separate video on this later. Don't have the components. Great. It's wonderful. Didn't want the components anyway. But one of the milestones for favor is... Oh, I don't have rogue. Okay. One of the milestones for favor is 1,750. And that means you get a +2 tone of any stat of your choice. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is quite helpful. It can save you multiple points if you're trying to avoid going from, say, 14 to 16. Depending on your race and your stat and things like that, it could make it much easier, for instance, for Crixaflammus to not be strength-based and to go intelligence-based, making it easier for me. I would only need to go up to 15 to get two-handed fighting feats rather than all the way up to 17, which is expensive. So all that being said, again, it's not the most biggest deal in the world, but I was looking over various aspects of the favor system, and I realized that if you are free to play and you have not gotten any additional quest packs, you can't get to 15 or 1750 favor. You can get close-ish, but you can't get there. So at some point I will probably make, and that video may have already been released by the time you see this, I will probably make a video and have some, I'll do a little bit more research and have some thoughts on precisely which packs would be reasonable to acquire for the sake of getting to that 1750 favor. And see, my problem is I can't do all of the free-to-play content, not reliably. I mean, I haven't gone through it with a checklist and ticked off, but there's free-to-play stuff that I haven't really run, because a lot of the higher tier gear is in the expansions. So I spend a lot of time in Feywild and Saltmarsh and Sharn and Ravenloft. So I'm going to have to learn a lot to get Crixaflammus as close as possible. Now, by the time you get to the favor limit, it's 13 something, I think. You'll have earned a significant amount of DDO points, with which you can purchase probably enough packs to get you even closer, which will then give you more favor, which will then give you more points. But I am curious whether or not a completely free-to-play player is capable, even if they do every single quest available to them, if they're capable of getting to that 1750 favor on a single tune, without running a favor runner or anything like that, in a single life. And I do not know the answer to that question. So we'll see. Stop. I don't want to use that. I want to pick this up. Dumb thing. Okay. So yeah, I'll be doing the math on that, and I'll probably do a video just on that. Might be playing the game. I might just have DDO wiki open or something. I don't know. But that should be forthcoming. And again, very likely that I'll post it before this episode it gets scheduled. So anyway, this is that's a challenge that free-to-play players are going to have to face. Decisions that you'll have to make. And, maybe you don't get it the first life. And that may be okay. Or maybe you say, forget it, it's not worth playing. And that's fair. If you can't have fun and enjoy the game playing for free, and you are unwilling or unable to pay money, then yeah, maybe this isn't the game for you. And that's one of the reasons that I'm doing these series, is to give you some idea of whether or not it's worth it. Now, I will say that Caniculus is going to have a much easier time earning that favor because I did the free quest code on that. I'm not using my magic very much. There's Scorch. And so I have an enormous amount more content and an enormous amount of favor available. So if you have not taken that code, I highly recommend keeping your eyes open for when they will most likely redo something similar in the future, hopefully this year. I would really like, as of this recording, we are waiting. We've got about a week or so, week and a half, for the producer's letter for 2022 to come out. And I am very much hoping for some indication that free-to-play is going to get a boost with those quests being more available. But we'll see. That might not be on the priority list right now, and that's understandable. But I do think that this game overall will benefit by making it easier for free-to-play players to get involved and not be incredibly behind everybody else from a content standpoint. So how they do that is up to them. If they're going to have unannounced but fairly reliable free-to-play or free quest coupons, I can live with that. I can get behind that. I don't mind if we have some reliable indication that the quests will be free regularly. I don't mind advising people to wait and spend their points on other content and just wait for the code to come through. As it stands, all I can tell you, as of early February 2022, all I can tell you is that they did a free code in 2020. They did a free code in 2021. When they did it in 2020, it was very novel and noteworthy that they would do something like that. Stop. Why are you... Oh, that's why I'm... Okay, I was hitting the button for my cure light wounds potions. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay, forgot to pull the switch over here. Great. Why didn't you guys remind me? I say that, and there was probably somebody screaming, "Pull the lever, pull the lever." Oh, I didn't listen to you. I apologize. It was a personal failing on my part. So anyway, I have an expectation without any confirmation that those free quest codes will be somewhat regular. Maybe not every year, but even if it was every other year, I think this would be worth playing. And, for that matter, for right now, I'm trying to demonstrate whether or not it is worth playing even without the code. If they never do the code again, is it still worth going free to play? And I enjoy the game. I really like playing this game, and I enjoy playing it in this free-to-play mode. I like it better in VIP. And your life will certainly be easier if you do it in VIP. But, you know, that's up to you. Some people can't or don't want to spend money on games like this, and that's okay. I'm going to sign off here because I'm just going to jump into the next quest, but I want it to be a separate video. So, gratias vobis ago. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time for whatever this is. Rescuing Arlos. Si waletis, ego waleo, walete.